Hey guys, welcome to Pajama Let's Play. I'm Michelle, host of Pajama Let's Play, where we talk all things Kingdom Hearts. Today, I'll be reacting to an increasingly popular theory in the comments on my Master of Masters origin theory video, which theorizes that the Master of Masters is Loki, the Norse god of all things chaotic. Before we get into that, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. You can also follow me on Twitch, check out my Patreon. All of those links are in the description box down below. I will be covering spoilers in this video, as is the nature when discussing the Master of Masters. Feel free to get caught up on the lore first, and then come back to this. For everyone else, in the video linked here, I drew a parallel between Ragnarok and the Keyblade War cycles. Then, these comments started to come in, and I fell in love with this theory. My only concern is that the last time I was this excited about a theory, it was Azor Ahai and all of that in Game of Thrones. If you know why that was a heartbreaking investment for some of us, then you can understand why I'm hesitant to fully believe this theory. But I do love all mythologies, especially Norse, so I'm going to talk about why this should be the correct answer, even if Nomura goes in a different direction. I don't have any clips to show in this video because the source material for Norse mythology predates anything that has been recorded other than text, which can't give us things like tone and body language. The comparison for the Master of Masters and Loki will be done based on my interpretation of the stories and the intuitive vibes I get from the Master of Masters. Thanks to Marvel and the MCU, almost everyone is aware of Loki and his overall personality. The comics are not the most accurate depiction of the gods, but I do agree overall with the way they depicted this trickster god. He's an adopted brother to Odin, very much like Ericus and Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts. And there are many stories of Loki tricking various gods and entities, sometimes for good reason, other times just for fun. For the purposes of Kingdom Hearts, I'll only talk about Loki's role in Ragnarok, but I strongly encourage you to go ahead and check out more stories. They will only back up this theory further. Ragnarok is the cycle of destruction and war amongst the gods that also destroys the earth in the process. Odin, as the primary deity, is on a mission to search for a way to break the cycle. He has quite a few stories of his own, including sacrificing his eye for the ability to see the future. Let me sidestep for a moment and tell you about Baldur, the god of rebirth and all things light. He is the most beloved god among the Norse pantheon, and he's impervious to everything except mistletoe. Well, being the trickster god he is, Loki found an opportunity to set up Hod, who was blind and couldn't see what he was doing, to kill Baldur with mistletoe, and Baldur was sent to Hel, their version of the underworld. The goddess of that realm, Hela, agreed to allow Baldur to return as long as every god shed a tear for him, and every single one did, except a giantess believed to either be Loki himself or someone working with Loki. That was enough to keep Baldur bound to the realm of the dead. As punishment, Loki was banished beneath the earth, bound within a cave, with the venom from a serpent dripping on his chest. His wife, Sigyn, holds a bowl and catches as much as she can, but when she empties it, Loki gets burned and thrashes so violently it causes earthquakes. Eventually, his bindings will break, allowing him to escape his torment. So basically, Ragnarok can't be avoided. At some point, Loki will rally his forces and launch an attack on Asgard, which is like their version of Mount Olympus. The war will be fought, and everything will be destroyed. Plus side, Baldur is permitted to come back right after Ragnarok, and he and Hod play a chess-like game called Toffel as they process the events of Ragnarok. Some parallels easily come to mind. Odin, Baldur, and the other Norse gods are already characters in Union Cross and Dark Road, and Loki has not been named yet. The bit about the eye makes it seem like the Master of Masters is Odin, also Master Odin in Dark Road. Ragnarok and the Keyblade War are both cyclical and restart the time frame, as if asking to be learned from and changed. And it isn't just the world the war is fought on, but all worlds connected to it are also lost and forced to reset. So, is the Master of Masters Loki? Short answer, I really hope so. Loki's not evil, he's misunderstood. As much as he enjoys playing the role of the foil to the gods, he does a lot of good too. He appeases the giantess warrior Skadi, prevented Freya from being married off and taken away from Asgard, and fathered Odin's steed Sleipnir, among many other things. Yes, the Master of Masters is missing an eye like Odin, but I hope that's a red herring, because he's a great fit for Loki, especially since Loki survives Ragnarok and Odin doesn't. However, Odin is a trickster himself, and also seems to have a similar personality to both Loki and the Master of Masters. If the Master of Masters were Odin, we know he would have ended up teaching Xehanort and company in Dark Road, which is plausible because he did say he wants to take a break. However, the gazing eye is on the wall there, so Lucio is close by and would recognize his own master, so I do think it's a red herring. If he were Loki, however, he would want to end the wars as much as Odin does, since he's the one who keeps getting cruelly tortured for millennia at a time. He could just not get in trouble, but that's absolutely against his nature and wouldn't last forever. Perhaps this is Nomura's vision of a reality where Loki wants to end the cycle, make amends, and finally move forward for the first time ever. But what do you think? Could the Master of Masters' true name be Loki? Will Loki be introduced in some other way in Dark Road? Tell me all about your thoughts in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, check out my Patreon. All of those things are in the description box down below. Until next time.